Good morning. It is 5:27, June 24th. It is a Thursday. Thank you for being here. Thank you for checking up on me. I'm glad you're here. Trying to get some energy, get your day started. Maybe your day's already started. That's awesome too. Maybe just checking in, seeing what Jesse's up to. Got a little bit of late start this morning, but I'm out here, I'm doing my thing. A couple of things that came up in the house right before I had to walk out, so I had to address those issues with the vacuum cleaner and whatnot. But either way, I'm still here. So like I said, thank you. Here's my mile. Just finished. Time for the warm down. Get my last set of push-ups in as well. Whew. I've been reading this really cool book. It's The Psychology of Money. It's called, I've mentioned it a couple times already, but it's called Dollars and Cents by Dan Ariely. And I think last time I talked about, he did an experiment with the soup vat and our triggers of seeing if we're full or not. And some people, their trigger is that they see the bottom of the soup bowl, and he set it up so that the soup bowl never empties. Anyway, this second section I've been reading is talking about the pain of paying. The pain of paying. The pain of paying. You say it really, really quickly. But he does this interesting experiment. He has three people sit down at, three groups of people sit down at computers. And they say all you have to do is sit here for 45 minutes, and if you can do that, then we'll give you $100. So they signed up, and while they're sitting on the computer though, they were given three options. They could watch a cartoon. A cartoon would cost, if they wanted to watch one cartoon, which is little short cartoon clips, it would cost them $3. If they want to watch a news article, it would cost them $1. And if they want to, the third option was they could read any kind of historical literature. So cultural literature, right? Really bland, really dry stuff. So they did the experiment, and they also set up the way they paid for it. So group one, they paid at the end. So they said, after you finish your experiment, like a bill, you will count up how much you've taken away or you've watched. Yes, thank you, chicken. We'll take away how much money you've watched, and we give you back the difference. So just kind of like getting a bill at the end of the month. The second group, they was given like a post-paid, which means that they had like a little counter at the top and showed how much money they had, kind of like a gift card. So they said you have $100, and you already have $100. And as you watch the videos, then it'll auto-calculate as you watch it. And the third group though was given the money, but every single video that they watched, they had to agree. It says, do you really want to watch a cartoon for $3? Every single video they clicked on, right? So if they clicked on a news video, error would pop up, a window would pop up saying, do you really want to watch this news article for $1? And they would have to click yes in order to start watching that news video. Do you really want to watch a cartoon for $3? They'd have to click it to watch that cartoon. And something interesting was noticed, that the first group who paid like a bill at the end of the session, they spent about $12 watching cartoons, news, and cultural literature. The second group, they spent about $6 watching cartoons, news, and cultural literature. They said that the final group though, they spent only $3. And it says the majority of the report said that some of them, they clicked on, no, sorry, it's $4. They clicked on one cartoon and then one news, and for the rest of the time that they were there, they read as much cultural literature just to fill up the time. And they noticed that if you pay as you go, or if you have to have these microtransactions every time, it really cut back on the amount of willingness that those participants had to spend or were spending. Sorry, kind of jarbled up right now this morning. And essentially the whole experiment showed that if we have to pay as we go, then there's a lot more pain. The pain of paying is in the same region of the brain as physical pain. So every time you see an expensive purchase, there's a little bit of pain that your body goes through in order to ask yourself, do you want to really buy this certain item? And I thought that was very, very insightful, because I'm very much like that. You know, I have a very strong sense of pain when it comes to paying for items. But he says sometimes some things in life are actually worth paying in advance. So he gave a contrast between two couples that went on their honeymoons. The first couple bought a more expensive package, but everything was included. So yeah, all included, all excursions, foods, meals, drinks. They paid more, but it was all paid for. So whenever they were on their vacation, they would just enjoy it, right? And he contrasted that to another couple that they were paying as they went. So instead of grabbing a nice bottle of wine, a glass of wine, they'd get water. Instead of having all the meals, they'd skip maybe lunch. They'd be skipping maybe lunch, and then they'd have just a big breakfast and or a big dinner. And they said that the second couple tend to argue a lot with themselves, amongst themselves. And so he says, what was going on there? He says basically the couple that had prepaid for the whole trip months in advance, essentially they felt as if that trip was free and everything was free. Even though they paid for it, they felt that it was free, and so they were able to enjoy the experience a lot more. Whereas the second couple, who were paying a la carte, every time they're on their vacation, they have to pay for things here and pay for things there, and that pain of paying was ever prevalent in their honeymoon. And so that took away from the excitement and the enjoyment that honeymoon could have brought. So he says some things are great that you should pay for in advance so that you can get the best experience out of it. While other things, if it's decisions that you have to make every single day, it's probably not the best to prepay in advance. He brings up good examples like Amazon. Amazon offers $99 a year. You can get Amazon Prime. And Prime offers free shipping. But it's not really free shipping, is it? Because you've actually paid for it. But since you paid at the beginning of the year, since you paid beforehand, when it actually comes time to check out, they print out that beautiful little sticker under the price tag that says free Prime shipping 2 hours or whatever it is. Then we feel like, wow, I'm getting a really good deal. It's free shipping, but actually it's not. But anyway, I just thought that was very insightful. And if I have anything else, I'm going to share with you about this book. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. Dan Ariely, Dollars and Cents, and chapter on pain, the pain of paying. All right, let's hit these push-ups. One, two, three, four. Woo. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming along. Jesse, it's been amazing. You're great. You're still doing it amongst this COVID pandemic. It's gotten worse here in our country. But you're here. You're doing it. Good job. Love you. Keep it up. Aloha.